Western Spring Television. Ours it is.
Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning, world. Thank you for joining us again today at this time, 7 a.m. every weekday. Femi Ojo is my name. You're welcome to a brand new, exciting edition of Morning Spring on Western Spring Television. This is what we do at this time. Of course, Evelyn is there. Good morning.
Good morning, Femi. How are you
Yeah.
doing today?
Very well, thank
Of
you.
course, it's a beautiful day to be alive. We are grateful to God for life. Thank you for joining us, always adding us to your morning routine. My name is Evelyn Ohiola, welcoming you to another edition of Morning Spring, where we talk about social political issues affecting us as a people. We'll speak to critical stakeholders, politicians, policymakers, social advocates, so that you, our esteemed viewers, can have a better understanding, deeper insights into the topic of discussion. Femi?
Exactly, and on the program, we'll look at the papers, headlines from our major dailies every day, trying to, make it to be abreast of information that is available in the public domain. And then at the other side of that, we then get talking, and that is exactly what we are going to be doing. By the way, today is the day set aside for mental awareness, mental health awareness day 2024, and today's one is so peculiar, especially to everyone and everybody, because it has to do with prioritizing our mental health at the place of work.
Yeah.
Evelyn. Yeah.
And it is one area that people really do not pay attention to. They just feel you come to work, get your work done, and just, move out and go home. But people do not know that sometimes the stress is so much at the place of work that it affects your mental health. You have so much anxiety, so much to deal with. Probably it's even because of some office politics, and you really do not know how to go about that.
Right.
And it's one thing that people really do not talk about, or bosses do not pay attention to, because they believe I'm paying you for your services, just giving you your services, and you
Anyhow you do it,
you
just get
get
the work done.
But when the mental health is not 100% in shape, then productivity will be low. They will not give you 100%.
Exactly.
How they should deliver the service. Of course, we're going to be looking into this in the course of the program, and that is to tell you that you do not want to miss it, because several questions in your heart will be answered, and some advice, medical advice, will be given to you on how you can maneuver and handle your way at the workplace.
Especially World Mental Health Day 2024. That will be one of the talking points of the program. But right now, we take this quick breather. When we'll come back, the papers are in. Stay with us. All right, I'll be kickstarting this morning headline segment from the front page of the Punch newspaper. And it's about what is going on in town. It's a public knowledge right now that it appears like there is an increase, official increase, especially from NNPCL retail stations as well. 1,030 naira in some places. You know what that does to us as a people are the sound of an increase. Even those that might not necessarily have to increase their pump price immediately, pump price are adjusted. So it appears in Nigeria today, there is hardly a place that you can see a liter of fuel to buy below 1,000 naira. And that is where we are right now. In 15 months, 180 naira, or 16 months rather, 180 naira, increased to at least 1,030 naira. That is the nation that we live in, without anything concrete, all rabbles and just explanations and complaints, and that is where we are right now. And so the Punch says 1,030 naira per liter price. NLC demands a reversal as fuel queues resurface. That is the issue. And, you know, the rider here says petrol nears 1,300 naira per litre in states as NNPC hikes pump price again. APC opposition clash. Clash on what exactly? You might want to pick up a copy of this paper. And below that, you see a picture associated, you know, with Lagos. And it has to say motorists queuing for fuel at filling stations in Abuja and Lagos after the petrol price hike on Wednesday. And these are the issues as well. 999 naira, 998 naira on, you know, display board of one NNPC retail station. But then sometimes you see something different. The display, electronic display, you know, platform of filling stations might read a particular figure, but when you get to the pump, you know that the price is different. Sometimes even at the electronic dashboard of that particular pump, there is a particular price, but the fair attendant will tell you, okay, forget this thing you are seeing. This is how much you are selling. And this is exactly what we are seeing at this time. But then, Evelyn, if there's going to be an increase in price, why should I be queue? All right, there is an increase in price. What's the queue for? Is it because of panic buying or what?
I mean, that's what we talk to availability, accessibility, and affordability of petrol. The fact that it is expensive is one thing, and the other part is people have to queue to buy this expensive product. In Abuja, we saw queues, you know, in different, especially at the NNPC stations, and people said they didn't even know that it was 1,030 naira until they got to the in front of the attendants that would be attending to them, and the person was like, it's no longer 860, it's now 1,030 naira. And I remember reading a report of someone who said she got livid because why would you wait till I've queued all the way and now you're telling me I have to pay maybe 230 naira more to get this product? Why don't you just put it up and let people know, okay, this is how much you sell. If I want to buy, I
this particular station that is on the front page of the Punch, the dashboard is still reading, or the electronic board rather, is reading 998 naira.
And I think this is where the FCCPC should come in the same way they talked about supermarkets at the time, that you do not display product at a particular price, and until I get to where I'm supposed to pay, you're telling me, oh, the product is higher.
Or some display a different figure at the shelf, and then you're about to pay.
Exactly what I'm saying. So if you're going after the supermarket, I feel the fueling stations also should be.
In this case, NNPC.
Yes,
filling stations.
It's really alarming, and it's a sad situation for us as a country.
I'm telling you, the question is, what more? And I think I've asked this question. We are at the risk of sounding like a broken record right now. What more can Nigeria take? And if you flip it over, the answer is, what more can Nigeria not take? You know, if you understand what I'm saying. One might want to say, what more can Nigerians take? Why are you adding to the burden? But then the question is, in reality, what more can Nigerians not take? We are taking it already.
That's so if the more the Nigerians adjust.
Yeah, we just expand to
the fire put under them. You know, the more the fire is being increased.
I'm telling you, just trying to contain.
Why an NNPCL station will be selling at over 1,000 naira. And you know, we had Dr. Paul Alaji yesterday, and he said that by March we should be looking at buying petrol 1,300 naira.
I wouldn't want to mention the figure.
Just in October, NNPC station is selling above 1,000 naira. So we can as well call him a prophet.
And we have a local refinery working, and others that are moribund. By the way, I think I've even lost the count of the deadline given to the up and grateful nature of the Port Harcourt refinery. That refinery, billions and billions of Nigerian people's money sank into that place. And there are still people that are still holding office in Nigeria, having meetings, having photo ops, seeing the president, having meetings every day without anything. Everything they have said has failed so far, and they are still keeping their job. That's the kind of nation you and I live in. And here, Buhari didn't approve Emefiele's Naira redesign. CBN ex-deputy governor, you know, I think maybe it's high time they invite the Buhari himself, you know, to be part of these proceedings. By the way, he doesn't have immunity again, and he's a Nigerian, and he was in charge at a point, you know, to come and say, did you approve this thing or not? These are the issues. Now, 20-year-old Ogun fund seeker drowns in hotel pool. This is fun taken too far, by the way. And, the question is, where were the pool attendants? Because there are professionals who are supposed to be manning pools, where people come for, to have fun. This is death. Here, we should take caution. And Edo PDP APC clash stores poll materials inspection. And top strip, Senate faults governor's fresh move on local government allocations. Tinubu government borrowed $6.45 billion from World Bank. That's a report, $6.45 billion from World Bank. And here, North Central PDP caucus presents Damagun's replacement, October 24. And Rivers CP visit raised local government secretariat as probe begins. Again, Rivers Commissioner of Police visit raised local government secretariat as probe begins. This thing is giving a vibe of whatever the hoodlums, thugs wants to do, let them do it. We'll probe it later. If you understand what I'm saying. Let them have a few days. If you want to kill. If you want to raise. If you want to do violence, do it. We'll come later and inspect and do a probe. That's exactly what has happened here. I'm talking about the Senate president. I saw a particular quote attributed to him yesterday, and it's either you can leave it or you just laugh it off. A particular talking about Senate President Godswill Akpabio, former governor of Akwa Ibom State, multi-time minister, a multiple-time senator, two-time governor. Now, where he was talking about the Nigerian youth and say they should be patriotic, and the love of the country should be above the love of money, and they should stop jackpying. Nigeria, that some of them too is because of the love for the country that made them stay here. Over to you, Evelyn. By the way, exactly that was how the quote went. When Akpabio said it was the love for the country that made them to still stay here. It's your turn. You have the floor.
I also have one statement from Senator Akpabio.
Is it that you can leave it or you just laugh it off?
Can we exchange it?
I'm telling you.
And we will know whether he himself will not jackpot. By the way, they jackpot every now and then. It's just that because they have a national assignment, they have to come back to the country.
Somebody that Nigeria has been taking care of since 2007 said it's the law for the country. Even
Mr. President jackpots every now and then.
I'm telling you. He's on another one now.
It's another jackpot where he will come back. He will jackpot that. For them, it's always jackpot and jackpot that.
When he jackpot that, he will say it's the law for the country that has made him to stay here. That's a Tinubu that has been, the Senate president, at least, I'm telling you, this one is from my good heart now. Should possibly put a call across the basket and Bovey. I think he needs some minutes as one of these biggest, comedy nights.
And it's going to be a shutdown.
I'm telling you. Haba.
All right, let's move over to Daily Trust newspaper this morning. On Daily Trust, NLC demands petrol price hike reversal with triple riders here. FG denies involvement as NNPCL adjusts cost above 1,000 naira per litre. It is unbearable, says citizens. And new pricing unfavorable to us, says Ipman. That's on the front page of Daily Trust newspaper this morning. And of course, you can see the queues there. And also the price they are selling, 1,050 naira at this particular, at this particular fueling station. Concerns over hurdles to mental health care in Nigeria. And, we mentioned that earlier when we started the show that there are a lot of concerns around mental health, and a lot of people think people are taken to the extreme, this mental health care thing. They think it's supposed to be a Gen Z thing. When a millennial says, oh, my mental health is at risk, or my mental health, I don't know what are you saying?
Millennial?
Yeah.
People will take a millennial seriously if they say that.
But a Gen Z, no, they believe it's a Gen Z language.
That's what I'm saying.
As a millennial, you should be used
to
knowing how to adjust to situations.
Yeah, and that's the reason why if a millennial will talk about mental health, people will take such a person serious, because they know that before he or she can speak up, that means something is seriously wrong. But when Gen Z talk about mental health. Please continue.
Well, we should take everybody serious, by the way. All right, away from that, still on Daily Trust newspaper this morning, woman, 4 grandchildren die after taking part. There's still been investigation as to what actually caused their deaths. Woman, 4 grandchildren die after taking part. FG finalizes plan to zero VAT on pharmaceuticals. What impact will this have on the prices of drugs? We hope it's going to be a major and huge, impact on the prices of drugs. That's what Nigerians want at this time. Plateau LG poll, voting extended amid hitches. Top corner, Daily Trust newspaper this morning, PDP crisis. Party leaders clash over Atiku, Wike, and then NPCL, NPA, NAT, 507 others score low in transparency, accountability. Bandits kill 11, abduct others in Katsina communities. We hope there will be a day we do not get to hear of bandits having a field day in whatever location they are in. It's time to root them out and make them pay for all the atrocities they have been perpetrating for years. But by the way, that will be all from the Daily Trust newspaper this morning.
All right, from the Daily Trust, we move to The Guardian. The Guardian newspaper for today, and it has this bold headline, World Mental Health Day. You can see it's on almost all the major newspapers today because it's one that we have to take seriously. And when the word mental health is mentioned, it doesn't have to be what comes to people's mind is madness. Okay, that means, that person is mad, but doesn't have to be about madness. And there are many things that can be discussed, and that's why we'll be talking about it today. World Mental Health Day, frustration, hardship, sink more Nigerians into depression. I think that's very, very true. You have the picture of the brain, just a sketch of the brain there. Health facilities see 200% rise in mental cases, and life expectancy is at 56. Standard of living, multidimensionally poor people, 63% poverty being the cause, and social problems and inflation at 32%. Natural disaster, which is being caused by, of course, as the word sounds, natural disaster. Flood victims, 1.8 million. Unemployment rate, 5.3%, talking about the factors that contribute to mental health illnesses. And more Nigerians borrow to feed, not to buy clothes, not to do business, just to feed. And, very instructive that The Guardian has put this latest one, the picture of the nozzle with a drop of oil, 1,030 naira per liter, might contribute to people's stress. Again, I think almost everybody can resonate with it. These particular explanations talking about inflation, flood victims, natural disaster, poverty, the standard of living that has dropped, and the life expectancy that has been put at 56 in Nigeria, and the new increase in pump price worth, time to be alive. Actually, now Army detains general over theft of palliative rice and military equipment. Army general, over theft of palliative rice and military equipment. All right, that's will I say that's good to hear? It's not good to hear, but it's good that such a person has been apprehended. Now, PDP NWC splits over internal crisis. All the best to them. And confusion as Senate insists on full local government autonomy. Now, Emefiele violated Naira redesign procedure. Ex-CBN chief testifies. And Ayedatiwa sacks aid over alleged 30 million Naira bribe and others probe. And bottom strip, Edo talks disrupt PDP inspection of beavers as INEC shift inspection of materials. The issue is, at this time, with all these talks, roaming free, hoodlums roaming free in River State, where is the police? Now, the election has come and gone. There is a duty by the police to still protect lives and properties and make the people to feel safe. Are the police, have they not returned to their work? Because it's looking like that state is just hoping to all kind of shenanigans and, you know, thuggery and hoodlums, roaming free and all of it. But then, well, and the CP was there to inspect, or will be there, you know, either way. More pains for Nigerians as PMS hits 1,000 naira per litre, threatens survival. I think that's it. Our existence and survival as a people, I think is being threatened right now. It's not even about prosperity or people flourishing in one kind of way or the other. It's people's existence, and leaders should know, as in, let me put it in this way, being alive of Nigerians is being threatened right now.
Exactly. It is what it is. I actually saw an interview with former Minister Rotimi Amechi, where he spoke to the fact that Nigerians, you know, he has said it before, and he kind of reiterated it, that Nigerians are very docile people.
Well, already.
You do not just accept everything your leaders are throwing at your doorstep. You're not reacting. You're not letting them know that you're not down with this. You do not accept this. You just accept. You're adjusting. You're adjusting.
And Momo.
And he said, if as a person as big as he is, he finds it difficult to buy diesel, to buy fuel, how much more someone who just makes how much in a month? I know that, okay, Minister Amechi or former Governor Amechi, you know, he has so many hats that he's wearing or that he wore. We might as well call him, oh, he was there at the time. So why are you all of a sudden, because you are out of there, you now think you have the Messiah to tell them what to do? While you were there, why didn't you
get out of office? They find their voice with the people.
But I'd like to take the message and leave the messenger, really. But Nigerians need to voice out and let the people at the ends of affairs know that this is no longer working. You asked the question earlier on, what can Nigerians not take? What can Nigerians take? And on the flip side, what can Nigerians not take? I think it's high time we let this leaders know what we can take and what we cannot take.
When you try to voice out, you know, just like that you say, that's when you see the intelligence community coming up and say, audit, if you gather in a particular place, you are being sent by the opposition, you want to overthrow the government. And of course, you know, we have intelligence that you're gathering, we threaten the existence of democratic rule in Nigeria. Right now, that Nigerians' lives are being threatened by policy, no intelligence report.
Of course, no intelligence in Rivers State with all the disruptions going on. No intelligence in Edo State with all that is going on there. So why is it that when it has to do with
just try and gather and say you want to gather,
the police all of a sudden their intelligence unit is at wake? I think we need to do more as a country. The police as an institution needs to do more. All the security agencies, they need to do more. You're protecting the lives and properties of people. You are not supposed to be against the people. And please, Mr. President, the finance minister, the CBN governor, the NNPCL GMD, whatever it is you can do to ease the pains of people, let us do it. This is getting too much. A lot of people are going through a lot. We are talking about World Mental Health Day today, and you do not want to know how much people have had to deal with in the past year, how much their mental health have had to be deteriorated, and people are just living on a thread. People are at the verge of committing suicide. People are deep into depression. Please let us do the right thing. This is our country. We have nowhere else to go to. No matter how many people jackpot, this is still home. Nigeria is still home, and we have to make it work. And that's where we draw the curtains for the newspaper review segment for today. We'll go for the short break. When we come back, we will be speaking to the World Mental Health Day. All you need to know about it and how you can make your mental health, better. Do not go anywhere. I'm Morning Spring. We'll be right back.